to introduce ourselves or anything?
You're the coach.
Huh?
You're the boss.
No, I'm more for the camera. Do it, like say something, like introduce ourselves.
You can, go ahead, do it.
All right. I'm Lance Bill. This is my project for Kinesiology 360. We're teaching how to swing. There's different parts to a swing. As anything in any kind of properly how to swing a bat in baseball or softball, everything always starts with a stance. Right now, before you put a bat in your hand, everybody line up right here. Get in a good athletic position. So say, the way we want to make sure we're starting is we're not necessarily in a closed, in a directly parallel position. And we want to make sure we're doing is that front foot, and everybody's right, assume everybody's right-handed for right now. Face me, place on this side. What we want to do is make sure that you can have a different kind of stance with a closed stance, which means your front foot on the plate a little more forward. You have more of an open stance, which takes your front foot here, and you push it, and you'll go in the middle of your swing back. There you go. You want a slight bend of the knees, making sure you maintain an athletic, balanced position. A lot of the stuff about hitting is all about comfort. You want to ensure that you're in a comfortable position. There's no exact science, there's a way to say this is exactly how I have to hit, because it's what you become comfortable with doing. Okay. The next thing we want to make sure we're doing throughout is we're gonna, that front foot we're looking at is pointed 45 degrees at first base. We're going to say right now first base is the slide pole right here. We want to make sure that front foot's staying 45 degrees. Okay. So from this part, what we want to, we're going to introduce the first part of our swing, which is called your load step. That's when you're shifting your weight and you're getting yourself into position to transfer your weight into your swing, starting your lower body. So that first step of your load, you're transferring weight, going forward, taking your step forward. Some people take a step. It's a different way you can do it. Most people, where I teach it, we want to make sure we're just going about a foot forward, maintaining your body on line. Every time we hit, we're going to make sure our body's completely on line, parallel, going back towards second base. So at this point, everybody, in your stance, simulate having a bat. What I want to say right now is we're going to say load. Everybody, take that load step, bring your body back on line. Take that step forward, going back towards second. Ready, load. All right, relax. All right. The next part we want to add in any kind of the swing is your hips. The most important part of any kind of swing is using your lower body and losing your core. So your second step after load is your hips, which you want to make sure at this point, I'm getting my hips into it, maintaining my load step, going forward, my front foot still maintaining between pitcher and second base. I want to get my hips. I want my back foot to be pointed back towards second, hips pointed towards second, my entire body back on line, going back towards center field. So the next goes from first step is load, same step. Next step we want to do is make sure we're getting our hips behind it, maintaining our hands still behind our hips. Okay, we'll add the second part, the third part with the hips, hands after. Ready, load. Right now you're all balanced. Too far up, the weight too far transforward. And the weight is too much transferred forward. I mean, just make sure when you're loading, you're still in an athletic enough position that I can jump. It's all right. Ready? Go back. Start from the beginning. Ready? Load.
No play baseball.
Hips. Get your hips in line like you're in the foul.
Like pivot.
Pivoting it back. So doing that back foot is once you load, I'm pivoting, getting my hips and turning using the entire backside of my body to rotate. That's where my power is coming from in the swing. Okay? Ready? Load. Not too much of a step. Step forward. You want to make sure when you're stepping forward, your body's going back. No matter where you're standing from here, my body's always coming back on line. Everything's parallel with each other. Okay? Start back from the beginning. Ready? Load. Hips. Okay. All right, now at this point, I can put our hands through yet. Third step of the swing we want to add a swing. Okay? So I call it hands. Third part. So once we do, take it back. When we're here, we're loading, body's back on line, getting our hips. We want to ensure any kind of different situations, pitching and hitting anything, our hands are staying behind our hips, ready to make contact. Okay, which is actually the follow-on after is your contact phase of the swing. Once I load, hips, my hands, my elbows staying inside, maintaining a box with my arms. From elbow to elbow, I'm here, head staying down, keeping my head in the hole. If you ever see somebody keep your head in the hole, maintaining your eyes down at the plate, and we're waiting for that contact to the position of our back. Okay? So, ready? Everybody see what we got? Back to step one. Ready. Load. Hips. Get your hands are still here. Ready to go. We're waiting for that fourth step. Okay, ready? Back from the beginning again. Ready. Load. Hips. Next part. The next two parts is the contact phase. At this point, we're seeing where the ball's at. We're judging if it's an off-speed pitch. We're judging if it's an outside-inside pitch, and how we want to make sure we're making contact with the bat. Once we get to our contact phase, load, hips, hands. Here, we're finding where it's at. We're adjusting our barrel from where we're at. This is our contact phase. This is where we want to generate our most power from that hips and hands. Even though they're separate steps, it's all one continuous thing together. So once we get here, hips, we're finding it, and once we're making contact, we're finishing through with our extension. So the last two steps is your contact and extension phase. Okay? So let's go walk through it real quick. Ready? Load. Hips. Contact. Extension. Extension is when you finish, when you're following through and you finish your swing. At this point, when you finish your follow through, my entire body should be on line going dead center. Load, hips, hands, and I'm finished. At this point, when I'm finishing, my entire body, front foot is down towards first, hips are going back towards second, back foot is going back down, is going back towards center. Heel is off the ground, exploded. One big thing we got to make sure with our feet is that front foot is never on heel. A lot of people are swinging when they come up. Remember, want to dip, everything's staying on line.